Okay, 240-109, filament spool. This one is in pounds. We have a inch, mass in pounds is what we're looking for. We have an inch drawing template set up for this one, and average solve time is 27 minutes. So hope take it down a little bit from there. So here we go. We definitely have symmetry here. Four quadrants are all the same, and we are absolutely going to take advantage of that. This is definitely a sketch region setup, so we're going to create a sketch on the top and start with that 2.75 inch diameter outer circle. There we go. And let's get an inside circle here of 2. And then in this sketch, we are going to add a couple of other things. Actually, let's go ahead and just do the circle on the inside. That's 1/2 inch. And the other circle that is 0.75. All right. I am also going to create a line. That's going to be that 45 degree to get this quadrant. And it looks like it doesn't need any other, it's perpendicular, so that works. And I'm going to get this geometry here. Okay, so this arc that kind of copies it over. I got a line. Oh. Huh. And I'm going to have a center point arc that goes from here down, and another line. And we got 2 dimensions. One is that overall width on that wall is 0.5. And the other one is that the distance between these 2 arcs is 0.125. All right. So that is my full sketch for most of the geometry. Okay, and we are absolutely Control D. There we go. Turn off these planes for now. We'll start with sketch region. So we'll start out here, and we will extrude that for a depth of 0.125. And then we will find this little geometry here and extrude that for a depth of 2. And there it is. And we'll find this geometry, and this one's fun. We're going to extrude that. That comes up to a height of 1.625. But the bottom starts 0.625 up. So we'll go to options and we'll add a second side, but we'll bring that side this way, 0.625. All right, so that is kind of our extruded options. Now we're going to add an extrude on the front plane and absolutely take advantage of that cap. All right, so this is going to start all the way down at the bottom. Now, fun fact, let's see here. How do I want to put this? Oh, I did not want that to go all the way up. So we will trim that back. Or we'll just get rid of that coincident. Bring it down. Okay. It's okay to be coincident onto the line, just not up to the top. Okay, so here's the thing. When you have a sketch that is intersecting rounds, if it extrudes from the inside, you'll get a gap. If it extrudes from the outside, it'll go into the geometry. On this side, if I extrude from the inside, it'll be fine. If I go the outside, it would stick out too far. So it's important to kind of keep in mind when we're dealing with rounds, and this is almost like a rib, essentially where that material is going to go. All right, so this is 35 degrees. And the other critical dimension is that this intersects here down 0.125. Okay. So those are the only dimensions we have there. We'll say okay. Oh, down here we have a little bit of an overhang, so let's trim that off. And we're good. And we're going to give this a thickness of, let's see here, our fin is 0.125. And that's symmetric. All right, so before we pattern this around, we need to add a couple of rounds. We'll add one here and here, and we'll make that 0.15 as shown here. And then the second set, we want a full round. So let's see if it'll let us do both of those at the same time. Interesting. That is kind of wild. Let's remove all of those. And let's try this one. All right. Let's remove set 2. Let's leave set 1. And let's make set 2 its own full round. There we go. Way easier the first time through. That's all right. There is our full round on the thing. I think we have everything ready to go. We're going to have to add that cutout. You know what? Previously, I patterned the whole thing and then I made the cut. This time I think I'm going to make the cut here. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what happens. No, I don't like it. Never mind. Cancel. Yeah, I guess I could. Nope, we're gonna cancel. All right. Let's take the entire part and pattern it around an axis. So, thing is, I don't have an axis. None of these are full circles, so it didn't make an axis, so I have to make one on the fly, which is pretty straightforward to do. Click around our cylindrical surface, and it'll give us an axis where we need one. Okay, and I even selected it. We do want 4, but we'll fill in 360 degrees. We don't need any radial distance. That's not going to hurt anything. All right, there we go. There's all of our parts. I don't want it to be 4 separate bodies, so I will hold down Control and select those and merge them together. So we have one body. All right, the last thing to do is make the cut through the side here. And one of my favorite little hacks is to make a plane that goes through 2 perpendicular planes, and you'll get a 45-degree angle. So I can create an extrude on that 45-degree angle, add a rectangle in here. I don't like all these little options. I want the overall width to be 0.3. I want the overall height to go up to 1/4 of an inch from the top. There we go. Let's try that again. 1. .25. And it looks like that's symmetric, so that's good. This is in the center, so we're going to go through all in both directions. Removing material. We're going to use the intent edge up here to round. So So we're going to grab that, but do a right click to get the intent edge. And those are 0.1. Yep, 0.1. So we don't have to hold on control and select them. And then a fun little, let's throw on some planes. Let's just take the extrude and the round. Let's mirror those over this plane here. And we got the 45 version. So some fun use of sketch regions, some patterns of the bodies, and 45-degree pattern or plane. Oh, let's see if we did it right before we get too excited. It says 5 place precision, so 0.0473 pounds is correct. Yes. All right. So yeah, some interesting stuff there. Can mirror multiple parts at the same or features at the same time. You can't do that with patterns. We did a pattern of a body though, and then merge those bodies together. Just a little bit of information about extruding when you're dealing with cylinders. Some intent edges, lots of fun stuff there. See you next time. Bye.